Hey guys, I'm really excited right now and I'm going to bring you with me today because I am going to go and catch up with Fiona and Tony, and I used to ride a lot with them and they've been in a lot of my videos in the past, and I haven't, since having COVID back in January, getting and then getting long COVID and having the hyperinflated lungs and all of this, like it's just been really like overwhelming and crazy, being around people, social, any of that. So I haven't seen anybody. I've been just keeping to myself, riding with Dan, I've seen Noah and stuff, but I haven't been around anybody because it just really overwhelms you. So anyone who's had COVID or got COVID or that, you would know. My glasses. So this is really big and it's really exciting and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm going to bring you with me. For those of you in Adelaide, just so you know where I am, where I'm going to go, I'm going to meet them out at Glenelg. So we're going to go out along the Turtur Bikeway, meet at Glenelg, then I'll come back via maybe the River Torrens or back along the Turtur, we'll see. So it's just going to be a pretty cruisy, like 20 to 30 kilometre ride, but this is, yeah. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day here in Adelaide today. It's like we're in autumn and it's like 25 degrees right now and it's just so hot. Like I feel just really hot and I love it. And there's the birds over there, but you probably can't see them. So anyway, let's do this. I'll bring you with me. You can say hi to Fiona and Tony too. And yeah, this is cool. It's just really cool because it's been a long journey to get here, and even just and often, I don't know, other people who are going through COVID and with long COVID and stuff, like it's just become, it gets so overwhelming. I think I didn't want to be around people because I'm so used to being so but I didn't have the energy for that so much anymore, and so it was really hard to not be that person that I'm so used to being. So I kind of found I didn't want to be around people because it was just too tiring and I couldn't be Serafina, whereas now I feel like as I'm getting stronger that I am. So all right, let's do this. Let's ride and see Fiona and Tony. Yeah. So we're going to go around here. This is where the Turtur, but see up there, that's where the tram goes. Those of you in Adelaide, and a lot of you know this, and you can check out my other video where I show you how to cycle from here in the city all the way out to the beach along the bike path. This Turtur Bikeway, and it follows the tram. It's really cool. It's about 10 kilometres. Easy, flat. There's one little hill that goes over the road, and that's the only hilly bit in it, which of course I always look forward to. Those of you in Adelaide, this here, just past the tram track, that's where you go on the Sturt River linear path. This here's Jetty Road, and it's like the worst road to cycle on because there's the tram tracks, there's cars, there's people, there's buses, it's just crazy. But if you can ride this road, you can ride anywhere. So I recommend coming and trying this if you're in Adelaide, and riding Jetty Road to practice your everything for cycling, and then you'll be confident on your bike anywhere. Maybe not up hills because it's flat, but yeah. The last little stretch to the beach, then we'll meet Tony and Fiona. But yeah, if you're riding along here and you're nervous but you've got clip-ins, unclip one of your feet. That's what I do. I'll have one unclipped so that I'm always ready to put my foot down. And then just ride carefully, own the road, like, you know, you're allowed to be on the road as much as what the cars are and people driving and that sort of thing. So don't let them bully you. Don't feel frantic or stressed. Just take your time. When you cross the tram lines like this, go like really carefully. Like turn your bike, don't just stay in a straight line, actually turn your bike on an angle like that. So I'm going to turn this way, I'm going to go like this, right here. Really, a real definite angle, that way you won't get your wheels stuck in the tram lines. And then just, you know, just be patient, take your time, be aware of everything around you, so that way cars can see you as well. And own your space on the road. Don't feel like a car is going to push you out of the way, because they won't if you take your space, because that's the safest way to ride. And just remember, when you're riding it, you're allowed to be here, and the person who's in the car can wait for you. They can wait, just like we wait for them sometimes. Because your safety on your bike is the most important thing when you're riding on something like this. I didn't even see him, he came running out. He wouldn't, because I'm not big enough, he wouldn't have seen me. So with all these things, you know, it's up to me to make sure I'm aware of everything that's going on around me, to keep me safe and to minimise the risk of accident to myself or other people. So yeah, and here we are. All right, we're going to go along here, and I told them that we'd meet them at the heart. There's a heart up here. Ride really, it's people here. It is Tony! Yay! Good to see you! I told everybody I haven't seen you guys since January.
Yeah, it's been that long.
I'm so pumped. There we go, that's what friends are for, right? Lifting your bike up the steps. There's Fiona! Yay! Hey! I've just been telling everybody that I haven't seen you guys since January. It's good to see you. Alright. Get your breath back.
You look stuffed. You've only come from Adelaide to Glenelg.
Yes.
You're pushing hard, will you?
Yes. What is it, 10 kilometres?
It's only 10 kilometres, yeah.
Well, I did push and it's kind of windy. I'll take my glasses off. Alright, now time to catch up and have a coffee or something, a cup of tea, and we'll be back. Thank you. Tony brought the bike down for me. There's Fiji. It is cool here, isn't it? Look at this. There's a beach, but we're not going to go all the way to the beach. This is really nice. It's Sturt River linear path, and it's like, would you say it's one of the sort of prettier paths through the city, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really not very busy either. You can come along here any time of the day and there's not many people on it.
Yeah. And it follows this river, which, I mean, it sounds like the river's not nice, it's just concrete. But the path is really nice. And that's how, so those of you in Adelaide, that's how you know you'll never get lost. When you're riding this, just keep following the concrete river.
Very peaceful ride.
It is really peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we're just going at a cruisy pace, 19, and we've got a tailwind, so it's really nice just cruising. You got the tattoo?
Oh no, I've wiped it off. I did have the tattoo. I've had it twice today.
It's cool, we're going to do this. Okay, so I could go back now, but instead I'll go with these guys up this climb, because climbing's fun. This way. All right. We already started climbing. I gotta remember to pace it. I just want to go fast, but I've got to remember to just pace it. Oh, that was really good, Fiona. This is good riding with Fiona. She just gave me some tips on my breathing because she knows what it's like and has a similar kind of thing. But yeah, it's just, we were saying like managing
your breathing. When you're going up a hill, I try and think about my breathing. Instead of breathing fast, I try and breathe slowly, and I use counting as a way to slow my breathing down.
Yeah, like 1, 2,
1, 2, 3. I count the pedals. So as I'm pushing my left leg down, I count 1, and then left leg 2, left leg, and I just count on one side rather than both, and that helps me regulate my breathing.
I just need to change gear. We're going uphill again now. Hang on. Yeah. But yeah, that was good because back there I was breathing. I could feel that like just breathe, like, and that my normal way of breathing that I used to do just doesn't work anymore. And as soon as Fiona said that, and then I slowed it right down, it's like, I felt more in control, and my body didn't feel so fatigued in a weird sort of way because, yeah, I'm not gasping for breath and I'm slowing it right down. So it's cool. And the funny thing is, it's all the stuff that you take for granted. When you ride, you just do automatically, normally, when you can breathe properly. But when you've got these lungs, you've got long COVID, whatever it is, or other things, just breathing, slowing it right down. Yeah, just learning a different way. Stopping. Check out guys, this aeroboat. Handlebars. Yeah. Enjoy your ride home. You guys can go super fast. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. See ya. Little message. Yeah. All right. Hey guys, I'm just jumping in here because I've just edited the video and I'm going to put it up for you guys to see. But when I was editing it, I am putting the video together, I realized that, oh my goodness, I filmed at the end of the ride with Fiona and Tony and myself just to tell you guys what the ride was like, and I obviously didn't push record because there's no footage. I was like, no. So yeah, it was a really cool outro for you guys, but you'll never know because I didn't record it. But that is a really good segue into the brain fog and the fatigue, actually, because everything is so overwhelming when you've got long COVID. So those of you who have long COVID or experiencing it, know somebody who is experiencing it, or maybe you've just got just COVID in general, it's so and somebody's been talking to me about this. It's brain fatigue. Like everything becomes overwhelming. It's not just the physical fatigue that you feel and the recovery time whenever you do something physical that you got to get used to, but it's also everything takes effort. Everything. It's like a fatigue of your brain when you've got to. I used to be so good at multitasking. I could do and I could be messaging and I could be doing this and doing that. Now I can only really do one thing at a time, and I have to really time manage, prioritize. Yeah, and I used to be able to go, yeah, I'm going to do that ride next Wednesday, and I'll do rides right up until Wednesday. Now I'm like, right, if I'm going to do a ride on Wednesday, then I'm going to have to make sure I don't do anything for 3 days beforehand so that I'm going to be okay to do that. So all of these things combine just to make life so different when you've got long COVID. And it is more what's the word for it? It's more enhanced, I suppose, and maybe there's a better word. But when you're an active person and when you're an athlete, like it's more, all of these things are more enhanced. Because if you're just, if you're not an active person, then you're not really going to notice as much the energy drain in what you're doing. But when you're an active person and you're used to performing at a certain level and suddenly you can't do that anymore, other people might look at you and go, well, you seem okay, you're still fitter than I am. It's like, yeah, I might be still fitter than you, but I'm not back to my level of fitness, my abilities that I was at prior to getting COVID. So it's a big thing to deal with. And when you're so used to being active, it feels like it's this thing, it's like, I'm not sick, but I'm not well. And you're in this like weird limbo land where everything is just more effort, it's draining. And so yeah, this whole thing around being social as well. So I've been a social hermit because it's been really draining for me to be around people, because when you're around people you've got to make eye contact, they're concentrating on you, you're concentrating on them, paying attention to what they're saying. So at the cafe there, it was when I was with Fiona and Tony, like there's sounds, there's people, there's colours. I got a fright, somebody walked past me and I jumped because you're just like this. And it takes a while to build up that resilience where you're like, yeah, I'm a bit more robust and resilient now, I can be around people. That all these things that we usually take for granted. And I think that's part of the thing, and those who have this long COVID, I know there's varying degrees of you out there, and I know a lot of you have got in touch with me about it to say, yes, that's what I'm experiencing too. And I think the more we talk about it, the more you go, okay, it's not me, I'm not being lazy, I'm not being all of these things, it's just actually how the virus affects us. It takes a bit of getting used to, and I think a lot of the anxiety comes from the difference between your head and your body of what you're used to doing. And we're used to going, right, I'm going to go for this ride, I want to do all of these things, but my body's not keeping up with me, and then we get that stress and that anxiety that between our head and our body and the ability of what it's to do. So there's a lot of acceptance of saying, right, this is me now, this is my life now, this is what I'm going through right now, and I know it's not forever, but and so having good friends that you can ride with, that you can be around. So I was so grateful. I ride a lot obviously with Dan, and he's helped me a lot through all of the COVID and my recovery. It's been amazing. And then riding with Tony and Fiona and just saying to them, I'm this is me, I'm sorry, and I'm talking to them, I'm a little bit vague, I'm trying really hard to concentrate on what they're saying, and we're having these conversations, and it was really cool. But just having that understanding from friends who don't expect any more from you. They're like, that's okay, that's okay, Serafina, like we know that you're not going to be and that we're going to need to ride it at a slower pace, and we're not expecting all of this stuff from you, because that is what and those of you who thought, this is what it's like, isn't it? Because you go, no, people are going to be expecting me to be what I've always been like, and I'm not, and there's going to be this stress around that. So I think having that understanding from friends, so I was so grateful to Fiona and Tony, and they've been really good friends for a while now, and it's good to just have that people that you can ride with and understand and just help you through that and help build up your resilience and your robustness and your ability to be around people again. It's a really wonderful thing. So if you're an athlete, usually an active person, if you're a cyclist or even a runner, whatever it is, but obviously this is a cycling channel, so a lot of people who follow me are cyclists, that don't beat yourself up, don't doubt yourself, don't think that you're suddenly lazy, don't wonder what's wrong with you. Just give your body time to heal and recover, and your friends and family and people around you, just just show them this video, let them know that, just to give you that space and that time and understanding, because you're doing awesome, you're doing great, just keep at it, little bit every day, do what you can, don't worry on the days that you can't. I know it's hard because you just it's beautiful, I just want to be out there riding. Or you're on Strava and you're like, I could be doing that, but you can't right now. So just go easy on yourself. respect the process, know that there's a lot of us going through this, we're all in this together, we'll get through it, and yeah, and it's okay. So yeah, I'm gonna do a video with the friend with Rod, so if you're watching this, we have to do that video. We're talking around the mental fatigue that comes after injury, which and it was coming with the virus as well, which is, you know, an injury to the whole body internally, which is the hard thing as well, because it's like a silent deadly thing that's going through your body. You can't see, so on the outside everyone's, hey, you're okay. It's like, no, but I'm not, you know. And so understanding as well the fatigue that comes and the overwhelm that's normal for that as well. So we'll talk more around that, but yeah, keep at it, keep doing what you're doing, keep watching, keep riding, and see you in the next video.